For centuries, people have called the resurrection of Jesus a myth, a legend, or just a nice story. But what if I told you there's a piece of physical evidence, carved in stone, that history just can't explain away? A Roman death decree that seems to point directly to an empty tomb. It's called the Nazareth inscription. It's a marble slab discovered in Nazareth with a Roman decree from the 1st century. And what it says is shocking. It orders that graves must never be disturbed and that anyone caught removing a body from a sealed tomb would face the death penalty. Now, that right there is strange. Rome usually didn't get involved in local burial customs, let alone issue empire-wide death threats over them. But here's where it gets really explosive. The timing. Scholars date this inscription to the exact period when news of Jesus' empty tomb was spreading like wildfire throughout Judea. Think about it. According to the Gospels, the first story the authorities spread wasn't that Jesus didn't exist, but that his disciples stole the body. And suddenly, we see a response from the highest levels of Roman power. The inscription is written in Greek, the common language of the eastern part of the Roman Empire, which means it was meant for a wide audience, not just people in Rome. It reads like an emergency order. Seal the tombs, don't move the bodies, and if you do, you'll be treated as an enemy of the state. Why would the Roman emperor care so much about one empty grave in a distant province? Because an empty tomb wasn't just a religious problem. It was a political earthquake. A resurrected Messiah challenged the authority of Caesar himself. Rome was ruthless when it came to crushing rebellions, but this was a different kind of threat. It wasn't a rebellion with swords and spears. It was a claim they couldn't imprison or execute. There was no body to display, no way to disprove it, while scholars still debate the inscription's finer details. One thing is undeniable. It aligns perfectly with the earliest Christian message, that the tomb was empty, and everybody knew it. Rome didn't try to deny the empty tomb. Instead, they issued a death sentence to try and stop it from ever happening again. History doesn't issue death decrees over fairy tales. This stone slab from Nazareth asks a question that still echoes today. Thanks for watching. If you found this fascinating, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next dive into history's biggest mysteries.